Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It is Thursday, and all of our guests today brought to you by our friends at the Whistler Golf Club. The 2025 season begins tomorrow. Friday, May the 9th. Joining us now, the pride of Abbotsford, Colorado Avalanche defenseman Devon Toews. Of course, the Avs ousted in 7 games by Dallas in the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and Devon kind enough to join us now. Devon, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I thought we were here just to talk about our favorite summer cocktails, but you probably have to bring up that again, huh? So, all right, let's talk about it then.
What is your favorite summer cocktail? Let's go there.
Me, I'm a red wine guy through and through. I'm like a season-long red wine guy. So, when it gets too hot, it's a little tough, but you wait long enough for the sun to go down, and it tastes better.
And when you say season long, you mean the summer season as opposed to the hockey season, I take it, Devon.
Yeah, well, I have 3 kids at home, so sometimes you need something just to relax a little bit. And
we know.
So,
we know.
Yep, it helps sometimes.
Okay, we get different answers from different players when we ask this question during the playoffs, but how tough is it for you to watch what's going on in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now after what happened in the first round?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't watched, and I don't really plan on watching. I don't watch a ton of hockey in general, like regular season. I'll watch, certain friends of mine or players I played with that I'm trying to cheer for. But no, I haven't turned the TV on to watch any playoff hockey, and I don't really plan on it. I need the Blue Jays to start doing a little bit better to watch them as well, but they're not a ton of fun to watch right now. So the TV's been staying off, been spending more time outside and time with the kids and the dog and the wife. So it's I'm enjoying that now. If I get a little tired of that, maybe I'll turn the TV on and watch a game or two. But right now I don't have too many plans to watch hockey. Good
luck with the Blue Jays. Say, you talk about watching friends. Devon, you know what I'm going to ask here. What is it like watching a friend and playing against a friend in Mikko Rantanen in the first round and all the success he's having?
Yeah, it's hard to see him on the other side, and then obviously what he was able to muster up against us is something that didn't work out in our favor. It was tough for us to deal with, but a great friend, a great teammate, an Avalanche legend. Somebody we won with, somebody we bonded with, somebody I'll always cheer for, root for, keep in touch with. So I wish him all the success in the world, except when he's playing against us. And, fortunately for him, he had a good series against us, and unfortunately for us. So, we got to move on, and I'm happy he's in a great place, and he's happy and has his long-term extension and has that kind of security for him moving forward.
I don't know how much you want to say, Devon, but did you understand what your organization was doing when it dealt Mikko?
Yeah, I think in hindsight, we were a deeper team than we were before last season. Starting that season, we were not a deep team, and I think our management and organization did a great job of making us a team with a lot of depth, center depth, defense depth. Reworked our goaltending situation to make that a big positive for us. So we felt like we were in a great spot to go on a long playoff run. And unfortunately, you play one of the best teams in the league in the first round, and it's tough. It's hard to win. That's what makes winning so much fun in the NHL is you understand how hard it is to win and how hard every guy competes on every given night to try to get to that ultimate goal. And only one team can win. 31 go home upset and frustrated and, not satisfied with their season. So, unfortunately for us, we're one of those teams this year.
A first-round matchup between 2 powerhouse teams, both teams capable of winning the Stanley Cup. Most people would agree with that, Devon. Let me ask you this. Would you be a fan of going back to the old 1 versus 8 matchups in the playoffs?
Yeah. I think I would. And at the end of the day, to me, it doesn't really matter too much. You have to play 4 really, really good hockey teams if you're going to win the Stanley Cup. So, but for me, it's just playing some different teams, getting some different matchups that maybe you haven't gotten. We feel like we're running into the same teams every single year, and our division is a bit of a wagon. It's hard to get out of our division. With St. Louis, Minnesota, and then Dallas and Winnipeg, obviously. But Nashville's a team that can really get hot, and Chicago's up and coming, and Utah is a hard team to play against too. So we feel like we have a really tough division to get out of. So we kind of get handcuffed a little bit when we have, 3 of the top 5 or 6 teams in the league, and one of them has to go home in the first round automatically, pretty much. So it'd be nice just to get some different matchups around the league, and see some different fan bases in the playoffs as well is really cool. It was a lot of fun seeing Winnipeg last year. Dallas was great this year. To see some of those others on the West would be really cool as well.
Devon, the Olympics next year, you're at the Four Nations, one of the top Canadian defensemen. How cool was that?
That was awesome. It was a really good event, well put on. Montreal and Boston were great hosts. The fans were awesome. The hype was great. I think it was great for hockey in a time where, all-star games aren't really doing it for fans anymore. They like to see action, intensity, stuff that matters. And that was something that didn't really have a ton on the line, but mattered to players just to be able to represent their country for the first time in a while. So that was really super special. It was great to be part of it. I feel really honored that they, selected me out of, there's probably 30 defensemen in this league that could play on that team. So I just felt super honored that I was one of them.
And Devon, yesterday was the Western Hockey League Bantam Draft. You took the BC Hockey League route, Surrey Eagles. What advice do you have to those kids out there, trying to be the next Devon Toews?
Yeah, I just don't think the work never ends. The Western Hockey League is only one route to get to where you want to be. Obviously, there's the college route, the junior route, the CIS route even. So there's tons of routes to get to where you want to be. It takes work and it takes time, and everybody has a different path. There's no one single path that leads you to your ultimate goal. So you just got to make sure you stay focused on your journey, your path, and just try to get better every day. And first off, just enjoy it too. If you don't enjoy what you're doing or enjoy the path you're taking, then let's find a different path or a different career path even. Life is way too short to, be grinding through something that you're not enjoying. So just keep enjoying it, have fun playing the game, have fun competing, have fun getting better every day, and success will come.
We have a great defenseman here named Quinn Hughes, but you get to play with a great defenseman every night in Colorado, Cale Makar. How is it playing with him?
It's too easy, honestly. Most nights he's incredible. There's so many good D-men in this league. Quinn's one of them. They're so fun to watch. They're so dynamic in how they skate and how they see the ice. And Cale's the best of the best. I think he's the best player in the league, in my opinion. How he could dominate a game through and through, defensively, offensively, just controlling the play with his skating and his speed is something that is hard to match. And teams have a tough time matching up against it. And I just get to sit back and watch him. And every time that his blade is on the ice and he's got a little bit of room, I try to put it on there and just sit back and watch. If I had a cup holder, I just sit there and have a coffee while watching him because he just makes my job so much easier.
Clearly, you've got a few years left in your contract. You don't want Sakic to know your job's easy, Devon. Come on.
Yeah. Well, it's my partner that makes my job easy.
There you go.
It's just how we play. It's the group that we have that makes, we try to make each other's jobs as easy as possible. And our coaching staff does a great job of putting us in the right spots with the right structure to let us all succeed. And, we all feel like we're part of it. And, we all just move forward together. And it's a good team dynamic that we have.
A lot of people these days, Devon, just looking at your Hockey DB page, they look at plus minus as an antiquated statistic in this day and age of analytics. But your plus minus numbers have been absolutely tremendous. Plus 30 this season, plus 52 back in your Cup year. How much pride do you take in those plus minus numbers?
Honestly, I don't take pride in it at at all. I think that stat is obviously it's a good stat to be a plus in. You never want to be a minus in a stat, but there's 5 guys on the ice at times, and sometimes you're on the ice for a plus and you have nothing to do with the play, and sometimes you're on the ice for a minus and you have virtually no chance to affect that play or be part of that play. It's just unfortunate. Sometimes it's off changes too, off a bad change, and you just get roped into a minus. So, I don't know if analytically they have a way to determine to take those outliers out of there, but I try to be a positive influence on my teammates when I'm on the ice and positively impact the game on each and every shift as much as I possibly can, whether it's just a good stick, a good outlet pass, or using my feet to break the puck out and put it in our skill guys' hands to let them go to work in the offensive zone. So, I guess it's great to be a plus in that category, but at the end of the day, I don't take too much skin from it.
It's the age of parity in the National Hockey League. Do you have any idea or do you have a team that you feel is an obvious favorite for the Stanley Cup, Devon?
I don't. Obviously, just seeing Dallas, they look awesome, and if they got Robertson back, and then if Heiskanen makes his way back, he's such a dynamic player in this league. But you're right. It's the league of parity. There's so many teams, so many tough matchups that are out there, and Toronto looks great from what I've been hearing, and on the stat sheet they're up 2-0, and playing with Marnes in the Four Nation, he's an awesome guy and a guy I always root for. So, Vancouver fans probably aren't happy if the Leafs win, but I don't really care too much about that. I like to root for good people that have treated me well. So, to root for. So, I wouldn't hate seeing him win one.
Other than sipping wine, what's on tap for the off season, Devon?
A lot of family time. My wife's been a superhero for the last 6-7 months of the season, so let her relax a little bit, get out and golf a little bit, take care of the yard, make sure the grass is looking nice and green, mow it when it needs to be, get in the pool a little bit, and just have a smile on my face as much as possible.
We're jealous. Devon, above and beyond, thank you so much for this. Really appreciate it. All the best.
Anytime, guys. Thanks for having me.
You bet.